A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Going to come up short, low throw.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Jackson going to look to run with it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 43. To throw is Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7 across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner. You know you just won the battle against the opposing.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes back. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. And that one results in 35 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st. And manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again? Now on 1st down, Drake again. Adrian Amos
Davis up to make the tackle.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Dumps it off to Edwards. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 57 yards. And the Packers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We got a brand new ball game all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on ESPN. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jackson on 1st down. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Once more, Edwards pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
It makes the rest of this fourth quarter, the rest of this game very interesting. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Rodgers again now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And to throw is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Rodgers to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw, Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they run with Edwards off the option. On the move past the 40. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. On second down, it's Edwards. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Second and 5 now. Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And they run with Edwards off the option. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 7-yard touchdown run. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys in the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He's got a man, complete. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. 26. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over.